This Sunday marks the 44th anniversary of Roe v. Wade, the controversial Supreme Court decision which legalized abortion in the United States. Since then, many have stood in protest against this law, including one parishioner from St. Mary's Parish in Longmeadow, Tony Moran. For nearly 2 decades, Moran has been a supporter of the Catholic Church's position that every life is sacred. Carolee McGrath caught up with him to find out what motivates him in this cause.
Tony Moran has a busy week. Each Tuesday, he's signed up at St. Mary's in Longmeadow, his home parish, to pray before Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament. Tony's faith and family are everything to him. He and his wife, Amparo, will be married 53 years in March. They raised 5 children and have 4 grandchildren. Tony is a member of the Knights of Columbus St. Mary's Council 5406, a Catholic fraternal organization which promotes the sanctity of life, and he takes that mission to heart.
This is where they're getting killed, and this is where we should be. Yeah.
Tony is talking about unborn babies. The 81-year-old walks the public sidewalks around Planned Parenthood in Springfield on Main Street and prays the rosary rain or shine. And on this day, he was out there in the bitter cold. How long have you been doing this?
I came in very, very late, about the turn of the century. A lady got me involved, and it's been since then.
Since then, you could say he's been making up for lost time. Tony's out here twice a week. He has company to pray the rosary on Wednesdays. The other day, he often prays and walks alone. What was it that changed you?
I really don't know. Up to that time, I'm raising a family, having my job. The life issue was oblivious to me. I never heard of Roe versus Wade until Marilyn Stern to my parish invited me to some pro-life activity. And I said, oh my God, this has been going on since 1973. I says, where was I?
Tony is the treasurer for Pro-Life of Pioneer Valley, which was founded 2 years ago. Many of the members have been longtime pro-life advocates in the diocese for decades. Pro-Life of Pioneer Valley holds a breakfast each spring. Before that, Tony was a member of the Pioneer Valley Mass Citizens for Life and spent many years helping to plan the annual Mother's Day dinner, which is held in May.
We started a pro-life mass first Saturday in St. Mary's. I helped Marilyn fortify or rejuvenate our life chain in the 3rd week in October. I've been encouraging or promoting the Choose Life plate. And now last year with the Pro-Life of Pioneer Valley, we started a pro-life march in Springfield for those who could not go to Washington.
When hundreds from the diocese head down to D.C. for the 44th annual March for Life, Tony and others will stay behind and witness here, marching around Springfield. There are many ways to witness for life, but many people would agree standing out in front of an abortion clinic praying is probably the most difficult. Why? Because you're exposed. There are people driving by you, some who agree with you, some who don't, some who wave, some who give some interesting hand gestures. But many who stand out here say they are standing at the foot of the cross, and they're here to let men and women in crisis know that there is help. Tony's close friends and pro-life advocates Paula Brunault and Susan Zatella meet him every Wednesday.
He's kind of the thread that holds us all together. Really and truly, he's just marvelous at what he does, you know.
We feel as though our prayers are going up to heaven, and that's what we're here for, to ask our Blessed Mother and our precious Lord that He will give us the strength to persist in the pro-life movement.
After more than a decade of walking the sidewalk, Tony says the reaction from people is changing.
We've been getting more and more honks, less and less fingers, and it's slowly turning. I think people see us, we're bearing witness, and I think they like to see us out here.
What's your message to people to come out here? Because a lot of people are uncomfortable.
Well, you have to start to thinking really about it. What is happening? Should I get involved? I think by being a baptized Christian, we have to be involved. So the question is, in what degree do I want to get involved? If you want to say the rosary at home in a church, that's wonderful. But I think coming out and bearing witness and saying the rosary here is a win-win situation, because we're impacting people's opinion. They're coming to see our signs, and they're being aware that life is sacred. So maybe we're turning hearts. See, there's a person who just gave me a wave.
So Tony hopes more people will come to see that life is precious. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carolee McGrath.